I think the meaning of life is having purpose. We're born and we'll die. What you do in between that is your legacy. And if your legacy is, walking with sand between your toes and living in a shack and being happy and meditating, sure, it's an individual choice. Success is very subjective. To each person is their own. My success might be completely not attractive to somebody else's success, So the equity that we put on, you're the most successful, one of the most successful people on the planet, whatever, great. That's my version of it. But somebody else's version of it could be completely different. But I really believe that what your purpose in life and what you do between birth and death is what counts. So the pursuit of anything else is just futile. The pursuit should be, what am I doing in my life? What do I want to do in my life? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to touch? What do I want to create? Do I want to create? Or maybe I don't want to create. And all of it is fine, as long as you're at peace with the choices you make. So make choices that make you feel peaceful. Just like you, I've also had people wanting to jeopardize my career, make sure that I wasn't cast just because, I was doing well in what I was doing. But that's not what stopped. I don't sit and wait and harp on. Maybe I'll cry one night or the other when an opportunity was taken away from me, but I don't sit in the shit. You can sit in the shit and then you'll start smelling of it. And then you don't even know you're smelling of it because you got so used to it. So then you just become dark and negative and you'll never move forward. You have to shut off the noise. There are many people that will want to pull you down, but don't focus on that. Focus on the one person that believes in you. Focus on the light, little sliver of light that you might see, a little bit of inspiration that you might see. And that's the hardest thing to do because you're bogged down by baggage. You're bogged down by shackles of people holding you down. So you have to really push forward. And that's just individual. Do you have that inside of you to fight that fight for yourself? Or are you going to wait for somebody else to do it? That's an individual choice. But if you have unachievable dreams, something that seems too out of the ordinary, then you're waiting for a miracle. And miracles don't happen very often. You have to create it for yourself. So what's the next step in your big dream? So if you want to buy a car, say for example, you have to figure out how much it's for. So you have to work backwards from your goal. So if my goal is one thing, I'll work backwards. And what is the first step in that goal? I'll take that. Then the next step in that goal, and slowly you'll buy your car. For me, what has always worked is having the small next dream, the next step. So that you always have to take a step up in the ladder to be able to get to the top. You can't get to the top by flying up. Human beings don't fly. I think my message would be that there's a lot of noise around us and people that tell us to be a certain way, that people that tell us that, I was talking the other day about someone that when I went to convent school, I had this thing called moral science, a subject called moral science, which taught me how, women should be seen, not heard. The lengths of our skirts, how we should sit with our legs. There's so much that has been told to women that to be a good girl, you have to be a certain way. Good girls don't make history. Bold girls make history. Bold people make history. So if you want to be the lead actor of your movie, which is your life, you've got to take choices that might be contrary to what you've heard. And that empowerment may or may not come from your parents, may or may not come from your family or boyfriend or whoever you're around. It comes from you. And that no one can do, I, again, was lucky maybe because my parents gave me that. But I try to remind young girls specifically that if you don't have that, if you don't have that encouragement in your home, try to find it in your gut because no one's going to fix your life but you. Try to find inspiration from people that inspire you. I have been inspired every day by collaborators that I work with. The reason I take new steps is because I see someone else doing something new and I'm like, wow, yaar, ye kitna acha idea hai. Kaise kiya hai is insaan ne? But I don't just sit with that. I think about मेरी जिंदगी में वो नया idea क्या है? What can I do that will make me feel how I feel about this person? It's about that feeling. It's about imbibing from the people around you. And it could be someone you admire on television. It could be someone in your class. It could be someone that you work with. But when you see something that you admire about someone, imbibe it. Do not hang around with poisonous people. Do not keep people around you that are toxic, that mess with your brain. Keep people around you that are genuinely happy for you. Only people that are genuinely happy for you. And whether if that's two people, you're a rich person.